Rebecca, are you still working overtime? I've been waiting for you outside the main gates of the office for ages. I can come give you a hand finishing off your work if you like.
Is that Alex?
Hey, Rebecca. Yep, it's me. Thanks for finally responding to me. So, what do you think? Please respond. What time does your overtime finish? I don't mind coming and helping you out, you know.
I got off at the usual time today.
Huh? What? But that doesn't make sense. I rushed straight to the front gates at home time. I was the first one out here. There's no way I could have missed you.
I'm meeting someone today, so I left through the western entrance that leads out onto the car park.
Huh?
I hitched a ride from a coworker who drives to work.
You did what? You should have told me first.
Why should I have to tell you about my plans? It's not like I ever agreed to meet you in the first place.
Don't be like that. You know that's just how our relationship is. I've always loved how we can be spontaneous with each other.
Excuse me?
That's just how we are together, right? We don't have to go out of our way to announce things because we kind of just have this instinctive sense of what the other is doing. Communication of heart to heart, mind to mind. It's like a kind of a psychic link we have.
I really don't know what you mean.
I see. Maybe you're a little, I don't know, insensitive? I guess we probably feel it to different degrees, huh? Nah, whatever. Can't be helped. No use crying over spilled milk. We're gonna have to work together to train our connection with each other a little more from now on. Become a little more in touch with our instincts, you know? Are you with me, or are you with me?
I have absolutely no idea what you're talking about. You lost me at, that's just how we are together. I never knew we were like anything together. Let's face it, Alex. Me and you aren't particularly close, are we? I don't mean to sound rude, but I wouldn't even call you a friend.
Aw, not this again. Surely I don't have to spell it out. I think deep down, you know exactly what I'm talking about.
No, I really don't.
I actually love this about you. I think it's so cute. But you could try to be more honest with yourself sometimes.
What's that supposed to mean?
It means we're gonna have to do some training to work on strengthening our psychic link. Think of it as homework.
Training? Homework?
There's no rush, though. Let's just do our best and have some fun along the way. Catch you later. Rebecca, did you go home before me again? We're never gonna make any progress with our psychic link training if you keep doing this, you know.
Alex? What are you talking about? I've gotta be honest, I had no idea what you were talking about the other day, and I have no idea now.
Ugh, really? This again? After all we've been through together, you're still playing dumb? You don't have to do this, you know. I know. So that's why. You're just shy. This is just too cute.
Okay, you're making so little sense that it's actually scaring me now. Not only that, but you've been waiting for me outside the office at home every single day for the last week or so. And if that wasn't weird enough, you even started trying to follow me home, didn't you?
You always end up running off into a crowd of people so fast, it's like you're trying to escape from something. So I lose sight of you every time. I still didn't make it to your house.
What do you want? I have no idea why you're doing this, and it's scaring me.
It looks like our psychic link training thus far has been insufficient.
What?
Listen, Rebecca, the only reason I try to follow you home is so I can see to it that you make it back safely. That's all I want. I care about you, you know. I care about you deeply.
I don't need you to do that.
No. I just can't accept that. You need me whether you realize it or not. Don't we have the kind of relationship where we look out for one another? What if something happened to you?
Like I said, we don't have any kind of relationship.
And like I said, this is your homework. To be honest though, I am kind of aware now that the only reason you do this is because you're too shy and embarrassed to admit your true feelings.
I have no idea what you mean. I've told you before. We're not close. We're not even friends. The only reason you're able to message me now is because you got my number from the office group chat. You never got my permission to message me privately, and I never gave you my number in the first place.
It may be so that the winds of fate brought us together through work, but our relationship has evolved and blossomed into something far stronger, far deeper since then.
It hasn't evolved into anything.
Yeah, you don't have to get all embarrassed with me.
I am not embarrassed. I'm creeped out.
I mean, it's not the worst thing in the world. Like I said, I do think you're super cute when you get all shy. However, we still have a lot of work to do on cultivating our psychic link. I want you to feel it as strongly as I do. I know. Let's decide on a deadline to finish your homework by.
Homework? What the hell are you talking about?
Okay, tomorrow it is. I'm gonna be testing you on your homework tomorrow when we get off work, so make sure you're ready. I'll book us in at a nice restaurant downtown, so wait for me outside the office, okay?
I'd appreciate it if you didn't make decisions for me.
No, this is just no good. You might be shy and embarrassed, but that doesn't mean you get to extend your homework deadline.
I told you I'm not embarrassed. I'm mega creeped out.
See you tomorrow, sweet cheeks.
I'm not going with you, and don't call me that. Good evening, it's Rebecca. Hi, Rebecca. Is everything okay? I'm really sorry to message you after work like this. Is now a good time? Yes, now is fine. What's wrong? Did something happen? There's something urgent I need to talk to you about. About work? No. Well, yes, kind of. It's about Alex Bendel from the production department. Alex? What about him? He's one of your coworkers, if I remember rightly? That's right. The thing is, he recently started waiting for me outside the office every single day when I get off work. Waiting for you? To be honest, I have absolutely no idea why he's doing it. He's constantly harping on about our relationship and how we have some kind of psychic link. Then when I try to tell him to tell me why he's doing what he's doing, he just changes the subject and tells me I have homework to do. Citing tomorrow as my homework deadline, he took it upon himself to book us in at a restaurant in downtown, despite the fact that I never agreed to it or even expressed an interest. Waiting outside the office like some kind of stalker every day was bad enough, but now he's trying to force me to go out to eat with him. I feel like it's escalating. I obviously told him I won't be going, but I couldn't tell you whether he understands that or not. Wow, you're right. His behavior makes no sense. And to be frank, it's downright disturbing. It's not exactly normal to be told you're going to dinner with someone you're not even friends with all of a sudden. That's what I mean. In truth, the only times I ever speak to him is at work about office-related things. Even then, we speak no more than once a week at most. Other than that, all I can think of is that sometimes I say hi to him when we pass each other in the corridor. We're certainly not on good enough terms to justify him using terms like our relationship. Right, you're officially engaged after all. I get the feeling Alex is making the mother of all misunderstandings here. I'm sorry, I know I should really be talking about this with Nigel directly, but he's abroad for work, and it's the middle of the night for him right now. It's fine, don't worry. In fact, I'm glad you came to me. You did the right thing. After all, I'm not just your fiancé's mother. It's my responsibility as your boss to deal with this, and deal with it I will. Thank you so much, Michelle. I feel a lot better having spoken to you. Right. Let me see if I can reserve us the conference room for a little while. Me, you, and Nigel will all do a video call and discuss this together. Got it. Thanks again. Depending on how things play out, announcing yours and Nigel's engagement to everyone at work is an option, and to be honest, I think it might be for the best. You're right. We are getting married next week. Okay.
Hey, Rebecca! I don't even know what to say. You surprised me big time with that one. I had no idea our psychic link training would start working this quickly. This is why you're my super special honey pumpkin. I knew I could count on you, babe.
Shouldn't you be working overtime?
Don't be silly. I don't think anyone's gonna hold a little slacking on the job against me today of all days. I can't tell you how happy I am about not having to keep our love a secret at work anymore. We can be officially out in the open.
Out in the open?
Oh, Rebecca, this bashfulness of yours is getting kind of old. We're public now, you know. I guess it will take some time to get used to. But really, I had no idea tonight's dinner would end up being our engagement anniversary.
Excuse me?
What is it, my delightful and adorably sweet, scrumptious sugar dumpling?
Why the heck should I have to go to dinner with the likes of you after announcing my wedding?
Isn't it obvious? It's only natural to celebrate our engagement with some fine wine and delicious food.
What?
I heard. You announced our engagement to your department at about 1 p.m. today. It didn't take long for it to spread to the whole company through the group chat. In fact, I think the company even sent it around as an official message. They must be really happy for us, huh? I never knew you had it in you to be so bold. There was me, thinking I'd have to be the one who made the moves. And then you go and do something like this. You're amazing, baby. You'll never believe it, but I actually intended to propose to you at tonight's dinner. You beat me to it, you little rascal. This is what I mean by our psychic link. Don't worry, my overtime's gonna finish real soon, so I won't be long.
I'm pretty sure my fiancé's name was written in that official company message in the group chat you just mentioned.
Huh? Well, yeah, of course my name was on there. I didn't need to read the whole thing, though. Did I, babe? It's pretty obvious since I'm the one you proposed to.
Wrong. Please read the message.
Why?
Because you're not my fiancé.
Seriously, Rebecca? You're still being bashful after we've come all this way? I told you, don't need to be shy about us.
Just do what I said, read the message, and see for yourself.
Ah, I see. I think I get it now. You want me to look at the message, so the image of our two names written together will be burned into my retinas. That's actually really romantic. I can't exactly go refusing a direct order from my future wife, now can I? Guess I have no choice. Hold on a sec, okay, babe? Huh? What the?
I take it you read the message?
Manager of Global Operations, Nigel Thompson?
That's right. Not only that, but he's Michelle, my boss's son, and the CEO's cousin. He's set to be part of the executive management at this company one day.
No. There has to be some kind of mistake. How did this happen? Was it a typo? Things could get seriously awkward if we don't fix this. We need to hurry.
There's no mistake. My fiancé is Nigel Thompson, not you.
Why would you hide your true feelings from me and marry some randomer?
Excuse me?
It's as plain as day that you're head over heels in love with me. We have a special bond, an unbreakable psychic link, cultivated through sheer force of love and will.
We don't have a psychic link, and we never did. I think you might actually be insane. All this crap about training and housework was just you trying to force your deluded fantasies onto me. I made it clear from the beginning I wanted nothing to do with any of it.
No, I won't accept it. You're wrong. I feel the depth and intensity of your love for me every time we pass each other in the corridor. The sultry, suggestive warmth of your gaze, the tender intimacy of your smile, the longing in your voice. You can't hide it, Rebecca. You're head over heels in love with me, and our psychic link is unbreakable.
What the heck? So that's why? But I smile and say hi to everyone.
You do?
Besides, I see other women at work smiling and saying hi to you all the time. What's different about me? Why am I head over heels in love with you and they're not?
Well, it's just, there's something different about the quality of your smile.
Interesting. You seem to be in the grips of quite the misunderstanding.
What? Misunderstanding?
Yes, misunderstanding. Allow me to repeat myself. My fiancé is Nigel Thompson, not you. Welcome to reality. Has it sunk in yet?
Wait, please! You have no idea what a difficult situation this puts me in!
A difficult situation?
I just handed in my resignation!
What? Why?
Your dad is the CEO of one of our main client companies, right? I thought with us getting married, it didn't make much sense to carry on working at this company since I'd be appointed as your dad's successor and the future CEO of his! Which is why I thought it best to hand in my resignation ASAP!
My brother-in-law took over the company 2 years ago.
What?!
My sister's husband is the current CEO.
No way! Is this some kind of twisted joke? Holy mother of heck! This is bad! I have to withdraw my resignation immediately!
Actually, I don't think it matters what you do at this point. Reports of your creepy behavior towards several other of the female employees surfaced, and management will be taking action. Even if you do withdraw your resignation, you probably won't be staying at this company for much longer.
What? What do you mean?
The HR department conducted an investigation this morning, which involved questioning every single female employee at the company. It took them about 2 hours to get through everyone, and apparently they found some very worrying information.
Huh?
By the way, HR conducted the investigation without mentioning any names. They just asked open-ended questions about whether they thought the office was a safe working environment for women. Every single woman who had anything negative to say about anyone mentioned your name and your name only, and all sorts of reports of your predatory behavior came to light.
Oh my god!
Seems like it wasn't just me you were convinced was your soulmate. You followed girls around the office, followed them home, slammed your hand on the wall as they tried to get away from you. I hear you've even been making sexual advances at women with husbands. And what was that about winking and making inappropriate, hip-thrusting gestures at people in the cafeteria?
Inappropriate?
This is a clear violation of the company's code of conduct. Thinking about it logically, rather than being fired or facing some kind of disciplinary discharge, things would probably work out better for you if you just allowed your resignation to go through.
This can't be happening!
Well, it is. Don't let the door hit you on the way out. The next day, Alex charged into my department's office like a raging bull, screaming, "Rebecca, my love, marry me," at the top of his lungs before getting down on one knee by my desk. The police ended up getting involved because he started a boxing match with one of the guys who stepped in to restrain him. Of the 7 women who told HR he'd been harassing them, 4 of them decided to file official police reports because they said he made them feel like they were in genuine physical danger. Things really aren't looking great for Alex right now. He did get a small lump sum in the form of a severance package because he resigned voluntarily. But he was forced to go into debt because it didn't come close to covering the exorbitant amounts of compensation he owed to his victims, who very kindly agreed to settle out of court. I heard he broke down in tears and cried uncontrollably into his lawyer's lap, mumbling something about his romance-filled life plan being ruined in between bouts of hysterical sobbing. He did try looking for another job afterwards, but word of his reputation as a prolific sex pest and all-around weirdo soon spread locally, and no company would give him a look-in. Last I heard, he's currently scraping by a living, working whatever day jobs he can find, while desperately trying to keep up with his hefty debt repayments.
Bob, how much did you make this month?
Huh?
Don't play dumb with me. It's payday today.
$1,500.
What? That's it?
Well, it was a bit more than that, but after paying my debt and stuff, that's all I got left.
But wait, you usually have more. Last month, you made around $1,700, right? What's wrong with you? You gotta step it up. $1,500? Give me a break. Pathetic.
This is your fault, you know.
What? No, it's not. It's your fault for slacking off.
You and Dad. You two have been gambling non-stop, and you always lose. That's why we're in debt. We gotta pay off the debt. That's priority number 1 for us right now, don't you get that? Stop gambling already! And get a job! Why do I have to provide for you?
Shut up! Stop talking back to your parents. You're useless. You couldn't even finish high school.
I had to quit because of you!
We put you through middle school. Isn't that enough? Don't blame us for your problems.
Whatever. Look, all I can give you is $1,500.
What?
If you don't want it, fine. I'll just use it to pay off the debt. Your choice. You want that, huh?
Fine, you win.
Alright, I'll wire it to you tomorrow. I'm not giving you guys a penny more, so use it wisely. I don't care what you tell me, you're not getting a dime, got it?
You never carry any cash with you anyways. All you ever have is change.
You always try to steal from me, so I stopped using cash. If I could trust you guys, I wouldn't have to do this, you know. Look, if you don't want it, fine. I'll just...
Shut up. Fine, fine. You useless dropout. You're a terrible son. Why couldn't you be more like your sister, huh? She got into one of the best schools in the county. Whatever. Send money. Now.
Hey, Bob. The 3-day weekend is coming up. Everything okay on your side? Ron is dying to meet you. He can't wait.
Hey, Lisa. Yeah, sorry about last week. Something came up at work.
No worries. Work is work, so... We still got time until graduation, so... We'll be fine. No worries.
Yeah, the busy season is over, so I'll see you on the weekend.
Alright, we'll meet you there then. I can't wait to see you. Drive safe.
Alright, got it.
Bob, once Lisa gets married, you're out of the family. Just letting you know.
Huh?
She's gonna marry an elite. We don't need you anymore. Useless dropout.
What? Marry who? She's seeing someone? She said she didn't want a boyfriend until things settled down at work.
I thought so too, but I was wrong. She went on vacation with him last month, and I also saw them at the cafe the other day. They're dating, I'm sure of it. So I followed the guy to his home to find out more about him.
What? Seriously? You followed him?
Yeah. He might be my daughter's husband. Of course I'm gonna look into him. She needs to marry someone nice and rich. You know what I'm saying.
What? Leave her alone. Let her marry whoever she wants.
Just listen, okay? This guy, his dad owns a big company. His name is Ron.
What?
They met in college, I heard. Lisa is so smart, she found herself a nice rich man in school. Oh, I'm so proud of her. She's such a great daughter. She's not useless like you.
Oh.
So, we can't have a loser like you in the family anymore. It'll just be embarrassing. So, you're out.
Fine, whatever. What are you going to do about the money, though?
Huh?
You and Dad, you're still up to your necks in debt, remember? You tried to start a business but failed miserably. Then you forced me to quit high school in my junior year. Then you guys forced me to work multiple jobs to pay off your debt. And I'm the one that put Lisa through college, not you guys.
You're our son. It's your job to take care of us.
You two don't even work anymore. You're leeching off of me. So if you kick me out, you two are gonna be screwed financially. Did you ever think about that? I'm just saying.
How stupid are you?
Huh?
You're such an idiot. No wonder you dropped out of high school. Ron is gonna provide for us from now on. So we're set. We don't need you anymore.
I see.
Not sure when they're getting married, but she's out of college now, so it'll be soon. I cannot wait. So yeah, once they get married, you're out of here. Got it?
Got it! In fact, I'll leave right now.
Huh?
I already packed my stuff. I got everything I need. I'll leave today.
Huh?
Bye!
Okay.
Lisa, Mom saw you and Ron together.
What? No way.
Yeah, and she knew that his dad owned a big company. She's planning to leech off of him.
What?
But I don't think she knows anything about our business. I'm not sure why, but she thinks you're getting married to him. Her imagination is running wild. She got it all wrong, but I didn't say anything.
What do you mean?
I'll tell you in person. But long story short, I'm finally done with them, so I'm so relieved. I got all my stuff and left just now. We're gonna have to tell her the truth at some point, but yeah, for now, just let her be, I guess.
Oh, alright. So I guess everything kind of worked out, right?
I guess so, yeah.
Bob!
Huh? I thought you were cutting all ties with me. What the hell do you want?
Where is Lisa? Tell us now. She's gone. She's not in her room. Where did she go? What did you do?
Huh? No idea what you're talking about. I thought she left home before me.
Tell me! Right now! She's getting married soon! I need to talk to her about all kinds of stuff. Tell me now!
Listen.
What?
Lisa and Ron, they're not getting married.
What? Why not?
Ron, we're related to him. He's my half-brother.
What?
He's my younger brother to Lisa. He's an older brother.
What? What on earth are you talking about? You don't have a half-brother!
I don't know how to tell you this, so I'm just gonna come out and say it. If you didn't try to leech off of him, this whole thing could have been avoided, but too late now.
What the hell is going on here?
Dad, he had a secret family.
What?
Long story short, Dad was cheating on you.
What?
He didn't tell his mom that he was married, and when she had him, he just ran off. He never even talked to them after that.
What? No way!
And, after Dad ditched them, Ron's mom met someone, a CEO of a big tech company. He adopted Ron and took really good care of him. He raised him as if he was his own.
No, that can't be.
And when Ron was old enough, they told him everything. Then he met Lisa at college. Our last name is pretty rare, so it didn't take long for Lisa to realize who he was.
But I saw them. They were on vacation together.
Oh, that was work-related.
Huh?
We're all working on something together. We were having a business meeting. They were just traveling together.
What are you guys doing?
None of your business.
Tell me. I'm your mother. Tell me right now.
You're not my mother, don't even try.
Screw you! Lisa is still my daughter.
Actually, no. She left you a note in her room.
What?
I gotta go, bye.
Bob, I take it back. I'm sorry. We need you. And pay off our debts. And tell Lisa to come home.
Don't you have other stuff to worry about?
Huh?
Dad, he was cheating on you this whole time.
Huh? Oh, right. I forgot about that. That piece of shit. I'm gonna get him. I'm gonna make him pay.
Okay, then, good luck. While Mom was busy hunting down my dad, Lisa and I got new phone numbers. A week later, Mom and Dad got in a huge fight and ended up getting a divorce. They both tried to leech off of us after the divorce. They probably thought we'd take care of them if they begged us, but then they realized that our old numbers was out of service. They freaked out. They went to their relatives for help, but didn't get past the front gate. They were barely making ends meet. They ended up borrowing money from some bad people, and now they're working graveyard shifts in the middle of nowhere to pay off their debt. Sucks for them, but oh well.
Tom, are you done with your work? Text me when you're done. I have something I need to talk to you about.
Yeah, I'm on the train and headed back home. What's wrong?
Don't freak out, okay?
Just tell me.
I think our house is bugged.
Bugged?
Yeah.
What's that supposed to mean?
Remember the story I told you about? About my friend who was being stalked?
Yeah?
Apparently her house was bugged too, with some sort of eavesdropping device. And she warned me. We live in a world where we're never fully aware of who's doing what to us. So I borrowed the bug-finding device that she bought for herself, and I scanned her house out of curiosity.
Was there a reaction?
Yes, it freaked me out so much that I acted like I was going out for shopping and jumped out of the house. But if I don't return for a long time, I think the people who's eavesdropping will notice that we found out.
That's true. Alright, let's meet up and go home together. When we get into the house, show me where the bugs are hidden, but act like we're just having normal conversations while we're at it. We'll talk about what we'll do about it through text. Got it?
Alright.
Alright. I'll meet you at the convenience store near the house. I'll be there in 15.
Got it. I'll be waiting.
Lucy, I found the first bug. It was behind the TV in the living room, inside of the outlet.
I found one too. It was between the shoe case and plants in the electric outlet.
We better check out the bedroom and your office too.
Yeah, I'll check my office then. Could you please check the bedroom?
Sure. Is that all of them?
Probably.
So 4 in total.
Yeah, 4. I can't believe there are so many and we didn't even know.
You work from home, so it must be even scarier.
The good thing is that I don't take meetings in my office, though. I can't afford to have any information from my work being leaked.
You do all of your meetings outside in person, right?
Yeah, I wouldn't want my clients to be uncomfortable. And I just make small reports through email and text, so I don't speak about work in the house.
That's good. Now, do you have any idea who put these here?
I might. Just one person.
Really? I have 2 people in mind.
What? 2?
We're probably thinking about the same person, at least for one of them. If they're going to do this to us, they better be ready for anything coming back at them. We're gonna lure them out.
Lure them out?
We still don't know which of the 2 did it, but either of them will probably bite at the bait.
What are you planning to do?
I need to explain everything, but it'll take too long to tell you everything through text.
Then, should we act like we're going out for dinner and plan this out?
Yeah, let's do that. Alright, we're all set.
Yeah, I think so too.
But wow, you really are a good storyteller. I don't think anyone other than you could have come up with that plot right away.
Your acting was great too, Tom.
I almost believed all of this was real because you were so good.
Alright, let's see whom we'll catch with our trap.
Yeah, we wait for now. But I'm sorry about getting you into this.
Huh?
It's only been 6 months since we got married, but we're already in so much crap.
Don't apologize, none of this is your fault.
I guess you feel that way, but...
Let's focus on solving this problem for now.
Alright, let's do this.
Hey, Lucy! Did you really cheat on my son? I can't believe you betrayed my precious son. I never should have let you marry him. Hey, reply this instant!
Good evening, Miss Fletcher. What's the matter all of a sudden?
Don't ask me what's the matter. You cheated on my son. Who's the other man? We will hire a lawyer and sue you for compensation. You better be prepared.
Where did you hear that story?
What? Well, I heard it from Tom.
That's weird. Neither I nor Tom has spoken about this to anyone.
You just think he hasn't told anyone.
Are you sure?
He hates you for betraying him. Why on earth would he tell you whom he told?
I mean, yes, that's what would usually happen.
Well then, where are you right now?
I'm in my office at home.
Get out of that house!
What?
I cannot allow a cheater to be by my precious son. That house is under Tommy's name. You broke a sacred promise, so now you must leave this instant. I can't believe you. Why did poor Tommy have to pick a woman like you? He could have found such a better wife.
I see how you feel. All right, before I leave, could you please come over to our house at noon tomorrow?
Why me?
There's a very important topic we must talk about.
Oh, I see you're trying not to be blunt. This is about your divorce, isn't it? Fine, I'll be there to manage everything.
Tom, long time no see.
Oh, Victoria!
Have you been doing well?
What do you need?
I just thought it might be time you started missing me.
What? Why would I miss the girl who cheated and broke up with me?
I've already broken up with that other guy.
Oh, you broke up?
Yeah, but honestly, the only reason all of that happened was that you left me alone and only cared about your work.
I was studying for a license my company asked me to get. I do feel sorry for how I treated you back then, though.
Didn't you pass on the test? And I heard you got a raise and became a manager.
That was 3 years ago.
Oh, it's been so long since we broke up.
Yeah.
I mean, I could act like nothing happened if you want.
What? What are you saying?
I heard your wife cheated on you.
How do you know that?
Just a rumor.
Really?
You should underestimate my sources.
Alright then. You've always known everything about me for some reason.
Yes, exactly. And I was thinking, if you broke up with your wife, want to get back together with me?
With you?
Aren't you getting divorced and she cheated on you? I could heal your wounded heart, you know.
Alright then. Could you come over to my house at noon tomorrow?
Oh, already inviting me over?
I haven't moved since we broke up.
Alrighty, can't wait to see you.
Hey, Lucy! What is this about? I came at the promised time. Why are the police here? And why is Tom's ex-girlfriend here?
Greetings, Miss Fletcher.
Do not greet me! You better explain all of this right now!
Oh, have you not heard from the police?
Heard what?
About the devices that were hidden in our house.
I don't know what you're talking about.
4 places! 4!
4?
You did this, didn't you?
No, I only hid 2.
I see. So you meant bugging our house.
Oh, well,
Oh, and I forgot to tell you the 2 of us are moving.
What?
And, of course, we won't tell you our next address.
What? I just wanted to make sure you 2 were doing fine.
We don't need your monitoring.
But I might be able to give you tips about when it's time to make children.
What is wrong with you?
Don't do this.
We'll leave the rest to the police.
Wait!
Goodbye. Tom, why are the police at your house? And your mom? What is this?
Oh, you really came, huh?
What?
I think you know what I'm talking about. The eavesdropping devices you hid before we broke up.
Oh,
You were obsessed with me, but you allowed us to break up all of a sudden, and I knew something was off.
how did you...
We found out about them by coincidence, so we did some acting to lure out whoever hid it.
Acting?
About the cheating thing. That was all a script written by my wife. She's an author.
A script?
Husband finds out about wife cheating and they get into a huge fight. So it's impossible that you knew. Only me and her know anything about this act.
How could you do this to me?
The person who hid the devices. I was having trouble deciding whether it was my psychotic mom or crazy ex. But I didn't expect it to be both.
So the divorce.
That was a lie too.
I can't believe you.
Whatever. Now we know you're one of the people who did it. We'll leave the rest to the police. Both my mom and ex were met by the police at our old front door, and they immediately began being questioned. The 2 tried to run away, but they ran into our bathroom using the spare key my mom had. Apparently, they were both texting us from the bathroom. A while later, they finally gave up and were caught by the police. We ended up sparing any legal actions against them, but my mother-in-law was divorced by my father-in-law because of this incident, so she tried to return to her hometown, but was rejected by her family because they were scared of her habit of bugging houses. My ex was rejected by her fiancé, and apparently, she's in big trouble trying to pay for compensation. I get the want to know everything, but I could never understand the nerve of eavesdropping on people in the comfort of their homes to fulfill that urge.
Nicola, what's going on? I heard you were admitted to hospital.
Hi, Wendy. Yeah, that's right. I'm in the hospital now.
I was so surprised when Joe told me. I couldn't believe it.
Sorry for causing a fuss.
Anyway, you'll be able to get discharged tomorrow, won't you?
Huh? Tomorrow?
Oh no, you didn't forget, did you? We have guests due to come tomorrow morning, so I need you to be here first thing to make the necessary preparations to entertain them. I told you this, didn't I, Nicola? Yes, and before that, you'll need to vacuum the living room where everyone will be gathering, plus the entrance, hallway, and kitchen.
I'm sorry, but I don't think I'm gonna be able to make it tomorrow.
Good grief. So let me get this straight. Not only did you get admitted to hospital all of a sudden and without telling me, but now you're refusing to carry out your duties as my son's wife? Why did my son have to choose such a sickly woman for a wife? I ask myself that question every day.
Sickly? No, I'm not. The reason I'm in the hospital is...
Be quiet. If you got admitted to hospital and you're not injured, that must mean you have some kind of disease. If you have a disease, that means you're sickly. Chances are slim you'll ever produce an heir for our family at this rate.
No, listen to me.
Do not answer me back, young lady. I asked Joe. He told me you've been refusing to do housework lately because you feel sick and have been palming it all off on him. Do you take joy in forcing my son to do a woman's job?
I never forced him.
I regularly see my poor son wheeling a shopping cart around the supermarket on his way back from work. To think you'd force a grown man in a suit to go grocery shopping. His pride as a man must be at rock bottom. How could you do this to him? Oh yes, and I couldn't help but notice lately. You've started getting fat, haven't you? Just more proof you've been lazing around the house stuffing your face while you force the housework onto my poor son. My poor Joe. He doesn't deserve this.
Please, listen to me, Wendy.
You and my son will be getting a divorce.
Huh?
When you get discharged from the hospital, I'll be moving the discussion forward. Your days are numbered.
Wow, what the hell? Where did this come from all of a sudden?
There's no way a sickly excuse of a woman like you could produce healthy children. There's nothing else for it. I'll have to have him get rid of you and find someone healthier. That boy will have to learn how to choose a good woman.
Wow.
I have nothing else to say to you. After the divorce, you won't be welcome anywhere near mine or Joe's house ever again. Make the necessary preparations for getting out of our lives forever.
Hey, Nicola. Today was the day you got discharged from the hospital, right? I just came to your room, but you were gone already. I wonder if we missed each other as you were leaving.
Joe, I'm sorry. I had my dad come and pick me up.
Huh? Your dad? Why?
I'm at my folks' place now.
Huh? How come? That's the first I've heard of you going to your folks' place when you got discharged. I thought you'd be coming with me. What's going on? Did something happen?
Yes.
By any chance, was it something involving my mom again? Please, tell me what she did. I'm worried about you, babe.
I got a message from your mom on the first day I came to the hospital. She said your family had no need for a wife as sickly as me, and that she was gonna have you divorce me.
Huh? Sickly? Surely your hospital stay couldn't be helped.
I did try to explain that to her, but it seems she interpreted the fact my belly grew due to the pregnancy as me lazing around the house doing nothing while forcing you to do the housework. She rattled on and on. It was one unreasonable request or malicious insult after the other. She was really bad this time. At first it was because I couldn't get a word in edgeways, but eventually I just gave up trying to explain.
I see. Actually, I think this is fine. Even if you did explain to her, she would have probably just found something else to pick fault with. Rest up at your parents' place for the time being, babe. You deserve it. You've been through a lot. Anyone can see my mom is obviously a huge source of stress for you. I think both of our minds will be more at ease if you're with your mom and dad.
Sorry I didn't tell you I was coming here beforehand. I did actually plan on coming back to the house until this morning. But when my dad suddenly suggested I go back to their place instead, I changed my mind. When I thought about the possibility of your mom figuring out where I was going, because she's so overprotected of you, she goes to great lengths to be aware of every minute detail of your life. I thought it'd be best just to tell you afterwards instead.
Ah, that makes sense. You did the right thing, babe. Actually, she's been staying over ever since you got admitted to hospital. My mom, that is.
Really?
Given how things are right now, I think you two crossing paths would be terrible and should be avoided at all costs. My mom did say she'd take care of all the housework for me until you've recovered from your illness and got out of hospital. But I've been worried this whole time she'd go causing trouble behind my back. And lo and behold, she did. That woman's impossible. She can't keep getting away with this. Your dad made the right judgment.
I see. I'm glad you understand, Joe. Thanks.
Let's not correct my mom's misunderstanding that you got fat for the time being. Rest up, take your mind off everything, and leave the wicked witch to me.
Thanks a lot, Joe. It means a lot.
Nicola, I heard the news, and a boy at that. Nice work. But good grief, I've never met a woman as dishonest as you. Why do you have to be so standoffish with me? I had no idea you were pregnant. You haven't come to see us even once since you got out of the hospital. I want to see my grandson. I did suggest to Joe that he divorce you for your repellent behavior, but he's adamant that won't be happening. That boy is so stubborn. Now he's sulking and won't speak to me, so I can't even ask him about my precious grandson. Thinking about it now, I'm guessing you must have gone back to your folks' home and had a home birth. If you had any sense about you, you wouldn't have troubled your parents and given birth in my house instead. Oh well, I suppose you did produce a male heir, so I shouldn't be too hard on you. I'll tell you what, just this once, I'm willing to overlook it. Anyway, when will you be coming back? I want to see my darling grandson. It's almost been a month now and I still haven't seen him. We have to show off our heir to the relatives and neighbors, you know. So please get back here as quickly as you can. Hi, Wendy. It's been a while. I have no intention of coming back. Huh? What are you talking about? Of course you do. You're my son's wife and a part of this family. How long do you think you're going to get away with boarding at your parents' place? You have duties to this family, so get back here and carry them out. Even putting it kindly, you're a sickly, no-good excuse of a wife with more shortcomings than I can count on both hands. It would be one thing if you at least accepted that and worked hard to serve family by way of making up for your defects, but no, you're stubborn and disobedient to boot. I'm a sickly, no-good excuse for a wife, huh? This was the first time I've had to go to the hospital in my whole life, and the doctors actually told me I'm very healthy. They did? In that case, why would you have to be carried off to the hospital in such a dramatic fashion? It sounded like you caused quite the fuss. I'm sorry to break this to you, but that only tends to happen to sickly people, my dear. Because the morning sickness was horrendous. Huh? Morning sickness? I could barely stand for a few minutes without getting out of breath, so my doctor recommended I admit myself to the hospital to be on the safe side. You were in the maternity ward the whole time? That's right. Why didn't you tell me? I'm your mother-in-law. I didn't feel like it anymore. What? I did intend to start keeping you in the loop once I entered my 12th week. But then when the morning sickness got bad and I admitted myself to the hospital way earlier than planned, I thought it'd be better to let you know then. I spoke to Joe about telling you too. Then, literally just as I was about to send you the message announcing the pregnancy, I got a torrent of hateful, abusive messages calling me every name under the sun. I see. When I tried to explain the real reason I was in the hospital, you interrupted me every time, telling me to be quiet or ordering me to stop answering back like I was some mischievous child. You went on and on and on, complaining at me endlessly. You made me feel so small at a time when I already felt bad enough due to my condition. It dawned on me that with things like this, if on the off chance I gave birth to a daughter, you'd probably lose your mind, and I actually felt scared for my own and my child's safety. Which is why I sought safe haven at my parents' place and decided to keep quiet about everything until after the birth. I see. Anyway, never mind all that. It's in the past now. The most important thing here is that you produced us a male heir. Everything turned out all right in the end. All's well that ends well, right? Let's just let bygones be bygones, okay? What? So when will you be coming back here? I want to see the little heir's face. You think I'm just gonna forget about everything that easily? Bye. Wait, what? Nicola?
Mom, it's Joe.
Oh, Joe, I just had some awful messages from Nicola.
Awful, huh? I saw the whole conversation. I sat next to her.
What? You're together now?
Yes, we're together now. Or rather, I moved into her place.
What?
I'm only going to give you the quick rundown here.
The quick rundown?
This weird obsession you have with looking at our family like we're part of some kind of royal succession drama in medieval Europe. Eldest sons, brides, heirs. I couldn't care less.
Huh?
All I care about is protecting my family, Nicola and my son. And I have no interest in continuing to have anything to do with anyone who bullies my wife. That's why we're cutting all ties with you, Mom.
Cutting all ties?
It goes without saying, but you'll never see your grandson.
Oh my god, that child is the heir of our dynasty, just like you were. Do you seriously think you could do this to me?
Dad gave us the go-ahead. What's the problem?
What?
Anyway, Mom, I gotta ask. Heir? Dynasty? What the hell are you talking about? You're the only person I've ever heard using those old-fashioned words outside of movies. Besides, Dad works in an office cubicle looking at numbers on a screen for crying out loud. He's hardly the king of France.
But...
Nah, no buts. That's it. Never contact us again.
Wait, Joe! After that, my mother-in-law completely lost it and sent me lots of hateful messages and voicemails, blaming me for taking her family away from her. But Joe showed me how to block her, and I never heard from her again. The next day, just to be on the safe side, we both bought new phones and changed our numbers. She did embark on a desperate search for the whereabouts of her estranged son and grandson. But in spectacular irony, she didn't even know where my parents lived because she had such little interest in me. As a result, there's no danger of her tracking us down and showing up out of the blue. And we're living our new family life in peace and harmony. Oh, and by the way, we are still in contact with my father-in-law, who's always been super supportive towards us. He gives us status reports on his wife from time to time, but sadly, he says she still hasn't shown an ounce of remorse, instead blaming everyone except herself for the mess she made. It seems the prospect of her meeting her grandson is still nothing but a distant hope. Last we heard from him, he's seriously considering divorce. Can you blame him? Hey, Sonia! I have a teeny-weeny little favor to ask you. This week's edition of the weekly manga magazine I like is going on sale today. Everyone's super hyped about it. Go and buy me it, okay?
Hey, Veronica. I'm really sorry, but I'm at work today, so I can't do that.
Oh, come on! Don't be like that. You get breaks, don't you? It only take you 5 minutes to go to the convenience store.
You make it sound so simple, but it takes me an hour and a half to get to the nearest convenience store and back. You're right, I do get breaks, but they're not that long.
Oh, stop it, Sonia. You're just being argumentative on purpose now. Go get me my magazine. Oh, and make sure you don't get the monthly one by mistake. It's the weekly one I want. Weekly, you got that?
Go buy it yourself. You got that?
Ugh, you're so annoying.
The only time you left the house this year was to go to that manga convention half a year ago, wasn't it? You should really make more of an effort to leave your room sometimes. The sunlight would do you good.
Like I said, stop being argumentative. Just go and buy my magazine.
I can't get away from work. Besides, I take it I'd be the one paying for it?
You're saying you can't afford $2? After reading last week's edition of Demon Sprayer, I can barely contain myself. I just have to read the next one. Apparently, the main character's gonna learn a new breathing attack. I want to read it now.
Like I said, if you want to read it so badly, go buy it yourself. There's a convenience store like 2 minutes away from your house, isn't there?
Going outside is such a drag.
How can going outside and walking for 2 minutes be a drag? I'm going back to work.
No, wait! You're such a tightwad, Sonia. Ugh, I didn't get to read this week's edition. This is all your fault, Sonia. You disgust me.
So you didn't end up going out to buy it?
I asked Mom to go and pick it up for me, but she bought the weekend edition by mistake. This is why I asked you. She doesn't know what she's looking for. I was at my wit's end, so I asked Dad when he got home from work instead. But he bought the freaking children's edition. Is it seriously so difficult to go out and buy a comic book from the convenience store? Why is everyone in this family so useless?
It's just like they say, if you want something done properly, do it yourself. Don't you understand why it might be difficult for someone who doesn't read manga to differentiate between different editions?
Maybe so, but the only reason I asked them in the first place is because you were being too much of a tightwad to get it for me.
I told you I was at work. There was nothing I could do about it.
5 minutes wouldn't have hurt you.
Maybe if you'd had a single job in your life, you'd understand why what you're saying is ridiculous. You're 38 years old. Your dad's gonna be retiring to live off his pension next year. Don't you think it's about time you stopped being a neat shut-in and maybe started looking for a job or a husband? I think it's about time you started getting your life together and seriously thinking about the future. That is, if it's already not too late.
Ugh, shut up. You're so annoying.
Okay, I see. I'm annoying, am I? Here's the thing. I'm not gonna change my mind, and I'm just gonna carry on saying the exact same things to you. So if I'm really that bad, I recommend you just stop speaking to me.
What? You really think the fact you happen to have a job and some money makes you special? Don't you? Get off your high horse, you condescending weasel. Hey, are you there? Please respond.
Hey, Sonia, you got a minute?
Huh? Brett? Are you off work today?
Yeah, I went on one of my days off to help out with a staff shortage, so they gave me today off instead.
Oh, I see.
Anyway, listen, sis. I had a really weird phone call at work, and there's something I want to ask you.
What is it?
How do I even ask this? So, you know that comic book that's really popular right now, Demon Slayer?
Yes. My son has the standalone book, so I'm no expert, but I do know about it.
Well, apparently some strange woman cosplaying as one of the main characters showed up at the office and told the receptionist she was my girlfriend.
What the hell?
Apparently, when she heard it was my day off, she walked off looking all dejected. Before that, when the receptionist asked her name, she said it was Veronica Watson. But isn't that your sister-in-law? The shut-in who does nothing but read comic books and never leaves the house?
What? You're joking.
Isn't she almost 40?
She's 38, going on 50. Decades of sunlight deprivation and subsisting solely on a diet of potato chips and cola has not been kind to her.
I'm pretty sure I've only ever met her once, you know? That one time at your wedding? I really don't think we're familiar enough for her to be going around telling people she's my girlfriend.
Yeah, you're 100% right.
My boss started teasing me when he phoned me to tell me what happened. So that's the kind of girl you're into, Brett? I can't believe it. You have no idea how embarrassing this is.
Oh, just what the hell is my sister-in-law playing at? Has she lost her mind? Oh, I'm sorry.
Nah, it's cool. It's not your fault. Don't apologize. I just don't want anything to do with her, that's all. I'd prefer she stayed away from me from now on.
Yeah, of course. I totally understand that. If she ever tries coming near you again, feel free to say whatever you like to her. Or even run away. Running away is fine too. I'll warn her. I'll make it clear she needs to leave you alone.
All right, thanks. I'm counting on you, sis.
Veronica, I have a bone to pick with you.
Oh, Sonia, perfect timing. I need to ask you a favor.
Buy your own freaking comic books.
Huh? Comic books? Nothing's even going on sale today, you dweeb.
Well, what favor do you want to ask me then?
So it's like this. I want you to arrange a date for me.
A date? Are you looking for a husband now?
I wouldn't go as far as saying I'm looking for a husband, but I've been doing a lot of thinking since our conversation the other day. And I think you're right. I'm not getting any younger, and I can't go on relying on mom and dad forever. Things could end up getting difficult for me if I don't get my butt in gear. Guess what? I had a stroke of genius.
A stroke of genius?
So, you have a little brother, right? Brett! I heard he graduated university with high honors this year and immediately got a job at a prestigious major company. Is that true?
Well, yeah, it is, but why? What does my brother have to do with anything?
Me and him are gonna get married.
What?
Don't you think it's just the best idea? I'm so clever, I even surprise myself sometimes.
Wait, no way. Is that why you showed up at his company and pleaded with the receptionist to bring him out to you?
It may have something to do with it. I wanted to arrange a date, but the problem was, I didn't know his number. That's why I had no choice but to go and see him directly at work. Unfortunately, he wasn't there today. My hopes were dashed this time, but the fire of my determination yet burns brightly.
Veronica, just wait a second. You do know, don't you? Brett is 23 years old. You're 38.
Yep, I know.
What? You're pulling these crazy shenanigans while fully being aware of the 15-year age gap?
If I'm gonna get married, it only makes sense that I bag myself a promising young hunk.
What?
Plus, when I look through all the group photos back from that time we met at the wedding, I realize he looks just like my favorite anime character. I never noticed when we met, but wow, it's uncanny. They're even the same age. If this isn't fate, I don't know what is.
Oh, good God. Is that why you were cosplaying as an anime character when you barged into his office demanding to see him?
I thought it would make a stronger impression on him.
Veronica, I'm really not sure if that's the kind of impression you want to leave on someone.
On top of all that, if I marry him, I'm guaranteed never to have to worry about money for the rest of my life. What with him working at a prestigious major company and all, I can live in a perpetual ease and luxury as his stay-at-home housewife. I'll never have to work a day in my life. He ticks all the boxes. My dream man. We can live in a big detached house with a garden and a pond. We could even hire a gardener and some maids. Oh, I get butterflies in my stomach just thinking about it. Our dream life.
As long as you know it's just a dream.
Huh? Oh, let me guess. You don't think we deserve to be happy because there happens to be a slight age gap, is that it? There are tons of couples with 15-year age gaps these days. Get with the times already. It's like the old saying goes, when you truly love someone, age is just a number.
Yeah, sure, but that only applies when both parties are willing participants in the relationship.
How do you know he won't be? We haven't even met properly yet.
That's not the point! You shouldn't even be getting your hopes up because it's not happening. Ugh, there's no way I'd ever introduce an arrogant, entitled, self-destructive, neat shut-in like you to my little brother. I respect him too much.
OMG! How can you be so cold? How can you be so intent on shooting us down before we've even had a chance to launch? We could be the best couple of all time.
I don't doubt that there's a lovely woman out there somewhere who'd make a perfect wife for him. But the one thing I am certain of is that it's not you.
You're the cruelest person I've ever met. Your words, they pierce my heart like a blade.
Cruel is fine by me. The only reason you're interested in him is because you're so desperate to get out of having to work. I wouldn't introduce my brother to an idle, greasy slob like you if you were the last woman on Earth. I'd rather he marry a monkey. At least a monkey would leave the house.
How could you? Here I am, finally trying to turn my life around just like you told me to, and this is how you treat me? I'm really trying. I'm doing my best here. We wouldn't even be having this conversation if not for you. The least you could do is help me.
Your efforts are misdirected, and there's no way I'll be a part of this lunacy. Why can't you just be a normal and get a job or find someone who will date you willingly? There are 1,000,001 ways to meet guys, if that's what you want. Blind dating events, dating sites, bars, take your pick.
I don't have time for things like that.
Not my problem. Ugh, the bottom line is, you're not marrying my brother. You better stay away from him.
Ugh.
He's not interested in you at all. Please, do not go near him again. I'm asking you nicely here.
Sonia! Help! She's here!
What?
Veronica! She came back! She just barged into the office cosplaying as an anime character again!
What?
I'm at work today. The plan was to tag along with the boss while he went out into the car to conduct some house calls. Just as I was waiting by the entrance getting ready to leave, she sprinted over out of nowhere and started yelling some weird crap. Something like marriage breath type 1. She looked ready to pounce me at any second.
Oh my.
Thankfully, security was all over her like a rash. And they pulled her into the holding room where they're watching her like a hawk as we speak. The only reason I didn't call the police is because she's family.
No, call the police.
What? Really?
Listen, I actually told the in-laws, her parents, about what happened yesterday. It turns out they're very much aware of her issues, and they said if she ever does anything like that again, they're happy for you to call the police on her, no questions asked. Oh, I am so sorry for all the trouble, but if she does it again, please don't hesitate to call the cops. She needs to know that actions have consequences.
Got it.
Sonia, how could you? Why didn't you tell Brett it was okay to call the police? I may only be your sister-in-law, but that still makes me your sister. Not only that, but I'm still your little brother's future wife. How could you do this to me?
Are you still harping on about this? My brother is not marrying you.
Yes, he is.
He hasn't looked at you in that way even once, I assure you. In fact, I'm pretty sure he genuinely would rather marry a monkey. Just give up.
How can you be so sure? We haven't even gotten to know each other yet. The plan was to go on a date and woo him with my feminine charm. Stop getting in my way.
Cut the crap, Veronica. I've had enough.
Huh?
It's time I told you a truth that will yank you back down to reality out of this twisted fantasy world you live in. My little brother has a 30-year-old girlfriend.
Huh? 30? That means she's older than him. Why can she date him but I can't, you hypocrite?
Because they're both willing participants in the relationship. They met when she was his teacher back in high school. He told me he fell for her kind, dignified, warm personality and said that he was always just so at ease and content when they were together. He spent 2 years going on the attack after he graduated school, and now they're an official couple. This is what people mean when they say, when you truly love someone, age is just a number. Not constantly showing up at someone's work in cosplay outfits like some psycho stalker!
Aha! I see! If Brett has a thing for older ladies, that means I might actually be in with a chance.
I thought you might have had a screw loose at first, but I'm starting to think they all fell out a long time ago.
Huh? What does that mean?
Relationships and marriage can only exist on the foundation of mutual consent. You can't force someone to want to be with you. How can you possibly think this insane way of interacting with people could ever work?
But...
Goodbye. My, oh my. That was quite the little episode, wasn't it? I have no idea how much of what I said she actually understood. I don't know whether it was due to her already having been warned by the police or finding out Brett had a girlfriend bringing her back down to reality, but she finally gave up on her maniacal pursuit of my little brother. However, the in-laws, Veronica's parents, were faced with the painful realization that they bore some responsibility for their daughter's questionable lifestyle choices because they'd always spoiled her. She was exiled to live with a distant relative who ran a monastery, whose catchphrase was, "Fasting and prayer are life's greatest joys." She vowed to instill some discipline into the wayward child, and Veronica's daily life came to consist of 5 a.m. starts, followed by rigorous exercise and scripture study. She did protest her exile, insisting she couldn't go due to the final edition of Demon Slayer being due for release the following week. But her mom, who was usually calm and docile, scared the life out of her, shrieking like a banshee, "You are going and that's final!" I guess everyone's patience has its limits. She was forced into the back of her dad's car while bawling her eyes out, like a lamb to the slaughter.
Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and hit the like button. See you next time.